With Honkai Star Rail's first anniversary just on the horizon, and the release of Acheron, there are a lot of new players that have entered the scene for the game. With this in mind, there are a plethora of many characters and system mechanics that they are not familiar with. A lot of people and content creators seem to be recommending higher level characters or just well in-depth characters that newer players will not be able to understand at first glance. However, with this in mind, I think a lot of people are forgetting that there's one character I think everyone should build, regardless of how strong they are at endgame content, and that unit name is Asta. Asta is a 4-star character that follows the path of harmony with the fire element. Everyone is able to obtain Asta after completing the Heart of Space Station tutorial. Since she follows the path of harmony, harmony is the path of supporting your allies, giving them either attack buffs, energy, and much more. Asta's specialty is giving all of your allies speed and a huge attack boost. Now, why is Asta so important for new players? I will explain, but not go too much into detail, since if there are any new players listening, I'll explain in a very digestible way. In Honkai Star Rail, this is a turn-based RPG, so there are many stats there are many characters that would like to have. One of the key universal stats that a lot of characters would like to have is speed. Since Asta's ultimate provides a massive speed boost to all of your party members, she's able to fulfill that requirement of you going faster. Why is going faster so important in Honkai Star Rail? Enemies, no matter how strong or how weak they are, have a base amount of speed value. With this speed value, it is more important for you to be faster than your opponent to be able to act, heal, attack, and support. Asta being able to provide a huge amount of speed to all of your allies is a very strong boon, since they're able to act more. If you're doing memory chaos, you're able to act multiple times within the cycle, or just in normal content, able to act faster than your opponent. Asta is a very nice utility unit for many teams. Asta also provides a huge amount of attack percentage to your party. Whenever she uses her skill, Meteor Storm, it hits multiple enemies or even a single target on the field. When multiple targets are hit, she gains a stack. With this stack, she's able to increase all of your party's attack for a certain amount of percentage. If there are 5 stacks, you're able to have the max amount of attack power for all of your allies. After her second turn, she starts to reduce all of her stacks by at least 3. With all of this in mind, Asta is a very easy character to use and to build as well. Newer players just have to keep in mind of her stack for the attack percentage, but when it comes to speed, it's okay to just use her ultimate. There are specific timings if you want to extend it, but that's not the purpose of this video. When starting the game and heading off towards Belobog, is okay for you just to continue doing the story and obtaining equipment as you go along. With these equipment called relics, you're able to equip them to your supports and your attack and any character they obtain. There are many things you're wondering about what these stats mean, but as for now, I want to focus on only a couple of these stats. When it comes to building supports on Honkai Star Rail, you would like your supports to have speed. Like I said before, the more speed that you have, the faster you're able to act. However, you are not able to farm relics or even get many relics in the early game. So if you do get lucky and get something with a speed stack, equip it to Asta. Supports also want to have a lot of defense and a lot of HP to be able to survive against enemies' attacks. Flat HP, HP percentage, defense percentage, and flat defense, they are all good. These stats allow your Asta as well as other supports to be able to survive with Honkai Star Rail content. Don't worry about relic sets. It's more important to have substats over sets. Just because you're able to survive a bit longer, it hit those critical thresholds for your characters. Since Asta is a standard character and every player has obtained her, new players as well as old players have the ability to pull her within the standard banner. For newer players, you'll get a plethora of standard warp tickets that you're able to use for this banner. You have many opportunities to be able to pull multiple copies of Asta. Once you do, you're able to unlock an Eidolon. Think of it as like an extra level up for this character. These Eidolons can provide a lot of strong buffs to any character that you have. Asta's Eidolons can increase the amount of attack that she does on her skill, allow her ultimate to not reduce any stacks, as well as getting more energy for her ultimate. It reduces the amount of stacks lost each turn. So newer players, whenever you pull on the standard banner, it's not guaranteed, but you have a chance of pulling Asta and multiple Eidolons for her, as well as future limited banners that might have Asta on that banner. If you're interested in a limited 5-star character for that banner, as well as Asta, definitely pull for them. As you pull for characters, you obtain these items called light cones. Think of light cones as an accessory or a special slot from an RPG. These light cones give every character special boons or special abilities. By fulfilling certain requirements or just equipping them, you're able to get certain amount of stats and benefits for equipping them. Again, I won't go into too much detail as to explaining the reasons why, but I'll give you a short list of options that you can use for Asta. One of the easiest light cones, or equipment in this case, that you can put for Asta that is very easily attainable from the standard banner or just pulling from any banner is Meshing Cogs. Meshing Cogs allows you to obtain extra energy when attacking. Also, whenever you receive damage during the enemy's turn. Since Asta has a very average cost when it comes to her ultimate, you want to be able to obtain that uptime for her ultimate as well. Especially since at E0 or Eidolon 0, you do not have the ability to gain energy recharge as fast as other people, or just in general. So equipping this on her will allow her to get her ultimate much more consistently. Another light cone that if you do get lucky in pulling throughout your standard or even limited banners is Memories of the Past. Well, Memories of the Past is the same as Meshing Cogs with even better stats. However, you get additional break effect stat. Break effect isn't too important on Asta at the moment. And one more light cone I would recommend if you do get lucky, of course, by pulling it from the standard or limited banners is Dance Dance Dance. Dance 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 is a light cone, is whenever you use an ultimate, all of your allies action advance forward by a certain amount of percentage. Now think of this is whenever you use an ultimate with Asta, instead of a flat amount of speed, they're even increased even further. Again, I won't go over the percentages, but if you get multiple copies of Dance Dance Dance, let's just say if you are able to get it to the max, you're able to push up all of your allies by a very huge amount, especially since Asta is able to have energy recharge once you get her higher Eidolons. You won't have to use Meshing Cogs or Memories of the Past. Instead, you can even advance forward all of your allies even greater. To bring all my points together, Asta is a very good unit for beginner players as well as venture players to have on their account, as well as to build. In the early game, everyone is very weak and very slow. Asta fixes that issue for the most part to be able to give you massive amount of attack as well as a massive amount of speed. There isn't any character in the game at the moment that is able to do both at a very sufficient rate. She isn't as strong with less Eidolons, but since she is a standard character, you're able to obtain multiple copies of her Eidolons throughout the game. Regardless of what other people say about her placement on tier lists or how they personally feel about Asta, in my experience, Asta has really carried me since the beginning of the game all the way up until now. I have better Harmony units, but I still use her to this very day for very niche situations, as in needing more speed and needing a lot more attack than what some of the other Harmony units can provide. I wanted to make this video so new players won't be discouraged of not building Asta and hearing a lot of these other limited 5-star Harmony units or just other 4-star Harmony units or supports that they might not have at their account at the moment, or just don't feel like building them for whatever reason. Asta is a character you automatically get for free, and she will scale better again with more Eidolons and just good options as the game opens up to new players. So this is all I really wanted to say. Hopefully I was able to get my point across, and hopefully you enjoy my content in the future, and just have a very blessed day.